Do it.
Hello!
Yeah, that time I was letting you go first.
I was like, what's happening? Why isn't he saying anything?
I'm trying to keep you on your toes.
Hmm.
Good afternoon, evening. I almost said morning, though. I was like, I know morning's not
I know
right.
that's right out.
This has been one of those rough
Woo!
days. Anyway, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Threatened Ganglia. That is our vodcast for Star Trek. It used to be solely Star Trek Discovery, but we enjoy the Star Trek universe enough that I think we're going to expand out and cover everything still under the Threatened Ganglia title because I like it so much. I'm a big fan of the
Apparently,
Saru.
CBS is also a big fan.
Of Threatened Ganglia?
No.
Can we
I
get-
hope so. That would be awesome.
Can I run their after show now they kicked out
CBS.
Matt Myra?
Aw.
I really think they did. By the way, you want to be careful. I got to work out something about for your camera. Just because if you nudge
it's
the
on
table
the
at
table.
all. Yeah.
Nah.
You know, she's hitting the mic, she's hitting the table. Everything all gets goofed up. Anyway,
shouldn't eat
hey,
the
Mom's
mic, right?
here. Hi, Mom.
Hey.
Hey, look at that.
Mom.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned it on Facebook, didn't you? That's how she knew.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Did you send it through Hangouts?
Well, no, she probably got the alert.
Alert. Hey, I'm willing to work in.
Hey, nice. She probably...
Futzing with my hair.
She probably got the... Oh, no, I never made one of those. Foobar.
Oh, no, already?
Go and vamp for a few seconds.
Oh, and I'm vamping.
Come on, you're smart.
Oh, you
know
took my
this.
window away, so I stopped looking at myself. So we have returned.
Your window's still there, isn't it?
It is now, yes.
Oh, okay.
It blinked out for a second. So we have returned to our Threatened Ganglia vlogcast, which I enjoyed thoroughly last year, as I did the series we were talking about. And I've worn my new Star Trek scarf for the expanded universe of Trek at the
Black
original
alert.
series.
Black alert.
Emblems. What are those called? The chevron. Is it the chevron? The community.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, whatever.
Chevron sounds reasonable.
Yay.
I think everyone else heard the black alert thing go off. That's what I'm pulling up right now. That's what I'm fighting to get.
Oh, black alert. I can just do it.
No, you can't do it this well.
My window
Black
is black.
alert.
BT dubs.
No
Black
problem.
alert.
Yes, I know. Sorry.
And I'm wearing it on top of my disco shirt.
Yeah, she's busting out all the disco wear, but see now she's wrecked it for the rest of the season. Now she's
It's the
used
same
all
disco
her goods.
shirt I had last season.
Disco, yeah.
They come out with an Enter shirt. I'm getting that one too.
A what?
Enter.
No, we had this discussion last season.
Did we really?
We did. See, you totally forget my awesome joke. If they are going to come out with a shirt for the Enterprise, it's going to be named Ent. And then we'll have, and then that got me all thinking about like Archer and their crew and them being Ents walking around the ship. Ents like Lord of the Rings.
Why? What did Archer have? Oh, Archer, Captain Archer.
Yeah, Captain Archer.
Sorry. I went to the FX show.
Yeah, well, we. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like,
that would be even cooler.
What the hell does that have to do with anything?
That would be kind of cooler. Anyway, yeah. So sorry, I was all over the place there on that one because I was tracking down the black alert sign segment
Sound.
thing. Shut up. Here, hold on. Let me see if I got the button.
Black alert.
I don't have headphones.
Black alert.
Oh, you don't, do you?
Oh wow.
Oh well,
Wah, wah.
you're not that smart. What? No.
It's not the word you wanted to use.
I don't know what word I wanted to use, but you're probably correct because I love you dearly. So, all right. So, what's today's show going to be all about, my lovely love?
Today's show is all about a little bit of talking of the new season. I was trying to figure out what order I should say this in, and I'm sure this isn't the right one order. A little bit of talking about the new season, and also a little bit of talking about what the Picard show might be. And we are hoping we just call it the Picard show.
Yeah, because let me tell you, I want Picard show. I want him coming out from behind a curtain with some horns playing. I want Johnny Carson this ass up. I want I want Ambassador Tamalak coming out and sitting in the chair on the side, and those two going back and forth.
I gotta go back and watch everything.
Come on, it'd be great.
Everything. But before any of that, we
Yes.
have arriving very soon.
9 days.
9 days. The first of 4 mini episodes dealing with Discovery.
Yeah.
9 days.
When I don't remember what I was doing when I realized that it was so close, and I was just stunned, and I really was unprepared.
Because we're getting a little new Discovery, and we're also getting new Doctor soon.
Yeah,
And
new
it's,
Doctor.
I mean, it's
all
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's all so good.
I know.
Oh.
We've had to not do with any Game of Thrones this year, so we need the other new.
Yeah, look, even Rudy Giuliani couldn't handle the fact that there's new.
He's surprised.
Yeah.
About a lot of things.
Sorry.
Like where his life is burning.
I get used to seeing that picture during.
Yeah,
the course
it's
of this
a good
season.
one. I mean, he has a lot of good screenshots of him
but I
just
love that one because he's like
He's a-
looking down. It looks like he's looking at
Looking
whatever
at
the
the-
breaking news is.
at the thing.
And I don't even think I discussed this with my wife. We are currently in series 1.5 of Threatened Ganglia.
I saw that on one of the tweets that you sent out.
Yeah, I've decided we're going to try and break things up that way because there's going to be times that we just need to take a break from Star Trek-edness for a while, like probably after this season like we did last time, because while it's great and everything, and Threatened Ganglia is trying to break out a little bit more, there's still going to be, we're going to need to break stuff up a little bit.
Okay.
So this is series 1.5. When Discovery season 2 starts, will be series 2.
Nice. That seems about in line.
Yeah.
Seems logical. Highly logical.
But then I got sad thinking about, well, what happens when Discovery goes off the air? And then what
That's why
happens?
I had said in our discussion on the pre-show notes that we should keep it Threatened Ganglia. Definitely while we're talking for the majority of the time about Discovery. Like right now we have Discovery about to come out in the mini episodes, and then season 2 will come out. But then as like the wider universe, if CBS still keeps pouring money in and good stories are being told, as it opens up, then maybe we might rebrand or rename. Maybe we'll just shorten it to TG.
Nah, that's
Like
too
Weight Watchers
short.
just did.
What? They're just WW now?
They're just WW now.
Well, see, that's going to be confusing with the World Wide Web.
It's just 2 W's.
Yeah, well, yes, but it's close enough because so few people say, tons of people say www dot blah, 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 blah. They do.
Yeah, I guess they do. Well,
Yeah,
W is
see?
just, there's so much word for this one letter. W.
Oh, wait, what?
Why isn't it double V?
That's been a question I've asked for a long time. They probably look different and we're just lazy.
Nah, I'm sure it has something to do with Romans and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Romans?
Yep.
Why are we blaming the Romans?
I don't know, because they had V's. I love that meme.
Yeah,
Just saw it like 2 minutes ago for the first time.
Well, because he always has
His
the
eyes were
roundest eyes.
crazy.
Yeah, they
He
were.
had crazy serial killer eyes.
They were not good.
All right.
Black alert.
So
Black alert.
discussing more about.
I hit the black alert button again.
Wish I could hear it.
I was not mocking you.
Black alert.
All right,
Black
yeah, I
alert.
guess if I'm going to start incorporating more sounds in, we will get you headphones. But
Yeah,
then Fred can't see your beautiful purple hair.
Just for you, Fred.
I was saying we were going to keep this short tonight. We've already babbled for like 10 minutes.
It's all good. I'm trying to drive us along.
You are.
All right.
I'll sit back.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm driving off the road. So there's 4. Oh God, now it's just me. Hello. So there are 4 mini episodes that they are insane. I love doing this so much.
Yeah.
There are 4 mini episodes that have been announced, and they are going to follow different characters. Each episode, it's like 10 to 15 minutes per episode. They're going to follow 4 different characters. There's going to be one on Ensign Tilly, one on Harry Mudd, one on Saru, and one on a new character named
A new character.
Kraft.
Macaroni and cheese?
Yes.
Did we make that joke already?
You did.
Damn it. I'm unoriginal
Aw.
and unfunny.
No, this is Craft with a C.
So is he going to be on the show this season?
I believe
Is he like Tig
so.
Notaro,
That's
who's joining the crew?
what it sounds like. Because the way that I keep seeing it written in both of the places that I've seen this, they say it's following a different character from the cast of Discovery. And that
Okay,
makes it
cool.
sound like he's joining the cast of Discovery.
Very cool.
I
Say-
looked up the actor. It's Aldous Hodge, and he's been steadily
Isn't that
working.
the guy from Harry Potter?
No.
He didn't get killed?
No.
Okay.
He's been steadily working since the mid-90s. Some people, but not me, might know him from Leverage. Mom?
No.
No?
I don't think she watches that one. Too
Didn't-
intense. Say hi to Eleanor, too.
Eleanor!
We're talking Trek. Eleanor has to show up. I thought maybe George would be here, too. He's a Trekkie.
Try. George was.
But he's
very
been working a
excited.
lot more, I think.
Eleanor J. Woohoo! We're all over the place. He was in A Good Day to Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance. So I don't know.
He was in 2 Die Hard movies?
Yeah, and I tried
might-
to look up if he was the same character. Good Day to Die Hard, he played Foxy.
Foxy.
And if I
Ooh.
gotta scroll real far.
I need some 70s funk music now. Do I have that on here somewhere?
Oh no, he played Raymond in Die Hard with a Vengeance. But he was young. Die Hard with a Vengeance is 95. He was born in 86, so he was a kid.
95, 86. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 9. Or 11.
Taking us
math.
off on another tangent. I loved people that were pointing out in the Captain Marvel trailer that Sam Jackson looks so much better as like a human being in the Marvel trailer than he does in the Die Hard movie that he was in, and that was like set essentially at the same time. But,
He
they're
looks
like,
very much like he did in Hello Brain.
hi, how are you? Jurassic Park,
No.
Star Wars,
Suitcase with a glowing light in it.
Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the only thing I could pull from that.
Well, that's perfect. That now
I know it got it in, like,
yeah, it sure does.
but I was just I couldn't other than just letting out a stream of curses and shooting sounds. I could not come up with anything else from that movie.
Nice.
Whew.
Well, George isn't here. You can probably curse and be okay.
Ah. Yeah, he had a couple of TV series, but that one Leverage. There was one called Underground and Turn Washington Spies.
Oh, I always wanted to watch that. That seemed like a cool premise to me. Like,
Is that like George Washington?
yeah,
Ooh,
it was
that does
spies
sound
during
interesting.
Revolutionary times.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, we should find that somewhere.
Yeah, but hey, listen, we just finally finished up Punisher, and we were dying to watch that. So
Just add it to the list.
I'm-
Throw it on the pile.
I do want to make a Google Sheets document with all the things we have to watch.
Yeah, so
And-
that when we don't know what to watch, we can go and look.
Yeah, but we got to be in the mood for certain things. Like, there's sometimes.
But if
I'm
we have an
just not-
entire Google Sheets, it's like a menu. Like, what are we in the mood for?
That's true.
We can. I mean, we're gonna have it in there by genre and by where we can watch it, and like it'll be sorted. It'll be great. We should do this. Do this.
I'll add it to Trello.
There we go. Make it a board.
Hey, Pat's here too. Holy cow!
Pat.
Yeah, Mike went to bed. He at least let me know. Hey, Pat. You don't have to stick around because we won't incredibly bore you.
No,
But
we're gonna be funny.
we
We're
are-
already funny. Even if you have no idea what we're talking about,
You never
just laugh at
say that you're funny.
us. Aw.
You just go and do it.
Aw.
I mean, we are.
Anyway, bringing it back around to the 4
I'm
shorts.
driving us off the cliff.
So they have announced when they're going to be released, what they're about, and who they're focusing on. The first one is October 4th, 9 days hence, and it is entitled Runaway. And this one follows Ensign Tilly, who encounters an unexpected visitor in need of help. I don't know what that means, but on board the Discovery, so it's taking place.
So she finds the tardigrade.
So that looks like it's taking place in a contemporary time, which is awesome. The next one comes out in November 8th. They all come out one a month. This one is called Calypso, and this is the one that follows Kraft. After waking up in an unfamiliar sickbay, Kraft finds himself on board a deserted ship, and his only companion and hope for survival is an AI computer interface. I just noticed when I was rereading this right before the show how interesting that they named it Calypso. Calypso was a Greek goddess who had been banished to an island called Ogygia because she was actually a Titan. And so she, after the first Titan War, they were like, you got to get to this island because you're not good. And they banished her there, and so she was trapped, but they would sometimes send heroes to her if they were, like, got lost at sea or whatever. And I think in the Iliad or the Odyssey, I meant to do more research, didn't, someone got washed up on shore, and so she was destined to be there, and then they would like send people to her and she would fall in love with them, but then they always wanted to leave because they were like, what
did
is
she
this
just
island?
always fall in love with people?
No,
She
I
was
don't
one of
think
those easy
always.
lovers?
No, I don't think
She's
so.
an easy lover.
But so I find, and that's like how they tended to, like they would wake up on the island because they were like lost in a storm, and so they would just like wake up, and here she was being, you know, tending to them and you know, making them stew and stuff. So
Making them stew.
Well,
she made them angry? I thought they fell in love.
You're ridiculous.
I am.
The funny thing is,
I'm in rare form tonight, people.
Most of the information that I have on her, I have looked up before, but my son and I were reading a series of books, the Percy Jackson series, and so he had found himself washed up on that island, so they did encounter her.
Just for my own sanity, Calypso music is a thing, right? I didn't just freak out there and start doing dancing in my own head for no good reason, right? Nikes. Now I gotta do some research.
No, it's totally a thing.
All right. All right, everyone. Bye.
Oh, no! I'm still here. Oh, no.
There you go. Done and done.
Oh, poop. So that seems interesting. It seems like that's an interesting way to introduce this new character because it sounds like it's going to be a one-man show. It's going to be him in an AI
There's
interface.
only one character next season?
And we'll see what he's all about. Cool.
Yeah, I'd like them introducing new characters like that. You know?
Yeah. I mean, because
it'll make it a little easier.
I mean, you know, there's going to be some new characters without any background to us, especially when they were introducing Captain Pike, and you know.
Well, yeah, but everyone knows all his backstory.
Well, we know some of it. I don't know. So the next episode comes out December 6th, and this one is called The Brightest Star, and this one follows Saru.
Yeah, baby!
Which is, I think, the one you will be looking forward to the most. But it's it's following a young Saru back on his home planet, which we find out is called Kabinar.
So will he be happy with this, or will he say things like this? I love Swear Trek.
Yeah, I do as well.
Follow them on the Twitters.
On the Twitters. So he was the first Kelpian to join Starfleet, and he apparently is one of those odd ducks from his race, because as we had found out during the season, Kelpians had actually originally been bred for food, basically.
Well,
but they're sentient. That's weird. So instead of, I guess, conforming to that, he was more of a curious young lad, and we're gonna see him with his father and sister, and I think we're gonna basically see like his origin story of how he got to Starfleet. That's what it looks like, and I am interested to see that because I feel like he had made comments about being saved by Starfleet.
ooh.
So I'm wondering if he had gotten into some kind of pickle, and
I'd be disappointed in Saru if he didn't have a way out of every pickle he gets himself into.
well, I mean, if you're
First video I ever did on YouTube was a Saru appreciation video, because I loved him from the get-go.
And it's funny because he's one of those where, like, when he is in a group of Starfleet officers, he is the uber cautious, everything's a threat, let's not do this. But he is the odd duck of his race, and that's how he got into Starfleet. So I like that.
So like he's the least panicky Pete of his race.
Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah. I look forward. Supposedly there's an episode this season where they go to his homeworld.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. That would be great. Like, they're introducing the homeworld to us in this flashback, basically, and so we'll have kind of more. What?
I just picture them beaming down the planet and all the Kelpians just cursing and screaming and fleeing into the woods.
And just
this is all we do.
Run away real fast.
Yeah.
And so the final episode coming out January 3rd is entitled "The Escape Artist," and this one's following Harry Mudd. Back to his old tricks of stealing and double dealing, finds himself in a precarious position aboard a hostile ship, just in time to try out his latest con. I think more Harry Mudd is always good Harry Mudd. Interestingly enough, Rainn Wilson, who plays Harry Mudd, is also directing this episode.
Ooh.
Yes.
So it's kind of more Harry Mudd is always good, but I'm kind of sad that, like, if he's doing this, he may not get to be in an episode. Like, I'm worried that this is how they're incorporating that character in there since he was so popular.
Maybe, but I'm
just being demanding.
Maybe this just kind of sets him up to be where he'll be when they find him, and this way we're not asking questions as to how he got there.
Word. Eleanor says he must be 200 years old. Who are we talking about? Saru?
Burr, burr, burr.
Mudd?
He must be 200 years old?
Yeah, no. She'll reply.
Yes. Who he?
Yes. All right. So that was a very good breakdown of all the shorts there, hon.
Woohoo!
Also, in the show notes down below and in the card, if you go over and click afterwards now, there is I did make a playlist of different things, and there's like the 15-second trailer, and that was the only thing I was able to find about the shorts. Mudd? No way. All right, hold on. We'll go back to that. So there's a playlist that has a couple cool YouTube videos, not ones that we did, other people's stuff, just for informational purposes. So, all right. So Mudd is from the original series, which is like 10 years after this, and so
technically this is like a younger Mudd.
Yeah, a little bit younger Mudd. And he looked younger
before he goes bald and gets potbelly.
There's a lot of stress going on in Mudd's world for him to age that much. But then again, Klingons, they lose all those ridges and everything. So, but we don't worry about such things. All right, so what are we off to now?
Eleanor said, I remember Harry Mudd from the original series. Yeah. But yeah, that Discovery takes place 10 years
before. 10 years before.
Yes. Yeah, Discovery takes place like a year before the Enterprise's 5-year mission.
Are you sure about that? You have read more books.
Yeah, the book told me where everything in line was that. Maybe it was a couple
Was
years.
Kirk captain at the beginning of the 5-year mission?
I thought so. So maybe it was 10 years. But, I mean, it's only a matter of like a decade.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's how that worked.
Oh, look at that. You checked off things while we were talking? Holy cow. Wow, that's freaking me out, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do we want to slide on up to the new season?
Yes.
And anything that we hope to see? Now, see, the main thing I wanted to talk about today was those 4 shorts.
Yeah.
Since they start next week. I have been trying not to do too much in the way of finding out what's going on next season because I like being surprised to a certain point. And also, I didn't feel like stressing out over it for months and months and thinking about it all the time. Then
the trailer looked intriguing, although I felt like once again Spock has gotten into some kind of trouble and needs to be found and saved. And I feel like That's been done a little bit too much now.
So what else? All right. In which other ways aside from him dying
Yes.
and getting shot into the?
So he died, sacrificed himself, and then they shot him to the Genesis planet. So he got regrown.
That's
Pretty
a good
much,
question.
I would say regrown,
Regrown, yeah.
like his DNA, and then he had
Yeah,
already
like
downloaded
there was a cell of his
his
that still wasn't.
Katra into bones, so he could get like reinstalled.
Yeah, nice.
We're just meat computers.
Yes. Bones is the cloud.
Sweet. And then in the Next Generation, in Unification, he goes off to that. He goes off on that mission and seems to get in trouble, and so they had to go and save him. I just always feel like there's a thing with Spock.
Well, yeah, but at least
I feel like they needed some sort of shroud of mystery to introduce Spock in Discovery instead of just being like, hey, I'm here on the Enterprise.
I'm hoping that they needed to do something with Spock so he's not in it for like the first like 12 of 13 episodes or however many episodes there are.
Yeah.
Because
oh my gosh. Sorry.
I thought that you
alarms do not
I
get
see.
turned off.
So in other words, if we get that flood alert through again, we're gonna get screamed at by everything.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes,
Those things need to stop.
Both mine and my brother's phone went off at the same time.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I had a cool cascade effect back here because I have
Yes.
Android and iOS devices.
Stupid amount of phones.
Yeah. That's my brother's fault. Anyway, so I really hope that they don't do a lot with the actual character of Spock. I hope like we only see him for a little bit because I don't know. I enjoy these.
See, the thing is, I didn't think they were going to do things with the character of Spock because of the book. Because they wrote an entire book where she and Spock had a come to Jesus moment. So that was where I really thought that like they had just kind of resolved it, and they were like, "There we go, we've addressed Spock." And
so someday we're gonna do that thing of you talking about that book
before season 2 comes out. I think we definitely should.
Well, I'm not the one holding this up. Yeah, I got her. Ching. Anyway, yeah, but I really like the looks of Anson Mount as Pike.
Yeah,
because I think
he looks fun. Pike looks fun.
Yeah, I'm so much blown away with how much I like the looks and feel of him, since he was also the main guy in Inhumans on ABC. The Inhuman spinoff. He was Black Bolt.
That's right.
And I didn't like much of anything at all to do with that show. Like so much so I couldn't even get all the way through it. Yeah. And we almost always only cover things that we really like here, but we'll tell you when we don't like something, but we won't S all over it. But I was not a fan of that. But like I felt like he had potential to be something cool. I don't know what else he was in before. But he looks like he's tailor-made for this role.
He does. He definitely has the Captain Pike. What's his name?
Anson Mount, I think. I know it's Anson because it reminds me of the dude from Anson Williams from Happy Days. I was like, I never heard that name before except for this guy. But and like I have a good vibe from him too because I was just watching before today the Comic-Con panel from this past year, which is in that playlist. And he mentioned and called out a member of the actor that played Christopher Pike in the original series. A member of their family came to see him at Comic-Con and talked to him, and he like called him out in the crowd and like mentioned how he was honored that the family member came and said he thought for sure Jeffrey Hunter, I think it is, would have been proud of him having that role.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that gave me good vibes.
I do like when they kind of
I do like
show a type of respect.
Yeah.
You know, in these like institutions that are shows now.
Yeah, and what they did with the announcement of the new Spock, I have no idea what his name is because I just let it go. But like he tweeted out, and everyone else associated with Leonard Nimoy's family tweeted out things wishing him luck, and like there were pictures of all them together and like celebrating. So that was really cool. that they seem to be doing things right with respect to.
There was a
Uh-oh.
2006 TV series called Conviction.
Oh, you're looking at
He played Jim Steele.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was 12 years ago.
Yeah. The Mountain.
Well, he played the Mountain on Game of Thrones.
No, the TV series called The Mountain.
He sure lost his weight. He sure cut
Third
weight.
Watch. He was in that.
Hey, I like Third Watch. That was a fun show.
For 5
Right up until that
episodes.
episode of the girl that got blown in half. Then I was out.
Out.
Yeah, I mean, come on. There's certain things. It's like, all right, no, I gotta pull the plug on that. But all right. Anyway, he looks like he's gonna do fun here. Except I'm still not gonna like him initially because he comes and takes command away from Saru. I wanted Saru, Captain Saru.
Yeah, because he did grow a lot.
Maybe they knew that Saru just needed one more season of seasoning. And I don't mean that.
Oh no!
I don't mean it that way. Soon as
Saru just need a little more time to marinate into the captaincy.
Yeah. So maybe that's why they're going to introduce Pike for a season, and after Pike's interactions with Saru, he's going to recommend to Starfleet that he should get this and screw whoever they were going to go pick up at Vulcan.
Nice.
Screw those guys.
Screw those guys.
Anyway, all right. Yeah. So, oh God, all this was just about second season stuff.
Yeah.
We're all over the place.
Well, but okay.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we were talking about it, but like we only hit one thing so far.
So
Ensign Mount.
The second season. Oh no, we don't know that one yet.
When it's gonna premiere? Just this sometime in January.
Oh, this is so good. She doesn't have headphones in. What's the matter, hon? What? All right, what are we talking about now?
It's a premiere date, but I don't think they've given us that yet.
No, I don't think they have either. All right. I didn't have the voice changer on for you.
You didn't have the voice changer on?
No, I wouldn't do that. That would be juvenile.
Comments in the doobly-doo with what I sounded like.
You sounded lovely. I'm sure no one even noticed. Anyway, yeah. So I hope that we get a definitive that, like, right at the beginning, that the spore drive was indeed completely removed, because I think that was kind of nebulous out there. They were like, we're not going to use this anymore and everything, but I want all that S out of the ship. I just want that to be erased from.
So then, what are they then? Like, what makes this ship special? It's just the ship that we're following.
The spirit of the crew, and their honor and their courage. They are Starfleet. Like one of those pictures.
We are Starfleet.
Bum,
Bum, bum, bum, bum, bum. Sorry.
God, we're idiots. Anyway, no one's ever gonna watch this show. Come on, except for Eleanor. We got Eleanor, and
family.
Mom's gone.
No, even Mom's gone.
Yeah, Pat's gone. We told her to leave. Anyway. No. Wait. What were we saying?
Season 2.
No.
Pike.
What we were singing about? What we just?
Why I asked why it was
following
special,
them.
and it's because there's Starfleet and there's.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be special. It has to have good characters, and I like a lot to do with these characters. I want to know how Culber's coming back.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely coming back in some which way.
Yep.
Maybe he'll be a force ghost. Crossing the streams.
You're crossing the streams. Honey.
Yeah. Oh, Eleanor loves us. Yay. All right. Yeah. So what else are we looking for? There's also going to be a non-spore drive engineer. That's Tig Notaro's character.
That's right.
And it's odd that they're bringing along an engineer when now, like, our main key engineer we have, he doesn't need to be all busy with the spore drive since they're not supposed to have the spore drive anymore.
Well, it says that she's playing the chief engineer on the USS Hiawatha.
Yeah, but I think the Hiawatha is a ship that gets blowed up.
Oh, so then we'll take her on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that doesn't
and then she's a Klingon.
That's last season.
Oh.
Last season.
Sorry, spoilers.
Ooh.
Sorry, everyone.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, no.
Spoiler alert. And there's also a Saurian character.
that guy's there. What happened to my spoiler thing? My spoiler thing went away. Keep talking. Oh no! Where did we go?
Oh no! There's a Saurian character.
Sometimes I get excited.
A Saurian with a cold.
Yeah, that was dumb. I'm sorry. If they want to do that in the episode, that's fine. But come on, we get like 45 seconds. All right, 2 minutes of a thing, and you're gonna have someone sneeze on someone else. That ain't cool. It's just my view. She's looking at something.
Yeah, I was reading something about the Klingons. The Klingons will be back. The makeup designer says that they'll be getting a new look for season 2 because there's still more Klingon houses to reveal. So the way that they looked was met with mixed reviews because it was ridiculous.
Oh, you didn't.
To
like
me,
the
I
way
know
they
I
look?
was not a big fan of their new look. But the makeup designer thinks that people will freak out at all the details behind the Klingon look.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either.
Ooh.
Why they're gonna freak
So there's some sort of extraterrestrial threat that's remaining a mystery. Some people are saying maybe Romulans. Someone's hoping for the Breen.
Breen are cool. Yeah, I want someone that they haven't done too much with before.
Yeah, I would like that
Heck,
too.
look
Instead
at
of
this.
rehashing the same old.
Word.
Or
Anyway.
redesigning an alien and being that we know and being like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to hop on over to our Black Alert section?
I wanted to mention one more thing. So Captain Pike assumes command of the Discovery, and he comes on in the trailer, and he says he's under Regulation 16, Section C. And Saru mentioned, and I wanted to reiterate that it's a command that is only instituted when an imminent threat is detected.
Yes, an imminent threat. We saw red lights somewhere in the galaxy.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go to S.
There's all these red lights. We've got to go see them.
I'm willing to believe that they'll give us more information later, that they just didn't want to spoil everything now. That it's a little bit more impressive than just red lights. 7 red lights. Ooh. So Eleanor wanted to know any reason why they changed the Klingon look. I'm assuming they mean for this into this next one, because I would think that they are going to need to do something to help line it up with canon, because
But I mean,
they're given so much lip service to we're going to line up with canon, and
but the war with the Klingons was so much more devastating than I feel like canon ever led on was.
yeah.
Like that was almost a genocidal war.
But it was that in the way that they described it, but I don't feel like they did a good job showing or making you feel that was the case.
No, it was just a lot of maps.
This
is taken over by the Klingons.
There was a
this is
lot of
taken over by the
maps. There was
Klingons.
that
We're
one
getting real close to Earth.
that one scene where they had to rescue the dilithium miners. They had to get there before they got killed. There was the one scene of the dude in the wheelchair at that party when Ash Tyler jumped up on the thing and gave a rousing speech. But aside from that, there wasn't a lot of feel of war. And also, like, all the stuff at the end, the Klingons were about to come and wipe out the Earth, and they were like at Jupiter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
That wasn't a part I was too pleased with on the whole thing. I even think I did a whole video about exactly how close are the Klingons to Earth.
Yeah.
They're really damn close, people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, really.
They're like spitting distance.
Yeah. Like, let's go to warp for 15 seconds. All right, we're there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, we'll fire a disruptor or 2 and kill them all. That's fine. Oh, what? There's only one ship around that can stop us? The Enterprise? Oh, no. Because that's the way it always is in the movies. Anyway, sorry. I ranted there a little bit. Sorry. So, what are we on to now? Did we cover everything for you for season 2 that you wanted to cover? Oh,
Yeah.
You looked at something.
I did. Tig Notaro apparently spilled some beans when she was on the Late Show with James Corden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it sounds like the Hiawatha crashes
Yeah.
and she saves a bunch of people.
Well, because, see, she didn't really spoil it. Those of us that are nerds that look really deep in the thing, in the preview thing, when they find her, like, they have her character and there's, like, a bunch of fire and debris everywhere. There's, like, a crate on the side that says USS Hiawatha. So it's like, all right, that's what's left.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how I got here, and the rest of the ship just blew up, but it's okay.
It was run for 13 episodes.
Oh, this season?
Season 2.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I was like, the USS Hiawatha was a show for 13 episodes?
Yeah, did you miss that? Why didn't we do a show about it?
I don't know.
Oh, I closed my...
There must have not been anyone that was a Panicky Pete that I wanted to rally about.
Panicky Pete.
All right, so are we ready for our Black Alert section?
Sure. Black Alert. Woo.
Oh, it didn't play the sound. We gotta have it play the sound.
Black alert.
Oh, that turns on
Black
pain there
alert.
for some reason. Why is that there? I don't even know how that's there.
There's just stuff going off all over the screen now.
Well, yeah, no, all the rest of that is supposed to be there. The pain one wasn't supposed to be there.
Pain.
Yeah, well, come on, that's a great little thing. So this, for everyone that's new to the show, is where we discuss the Black Alert section. Is where we discuss things that may be spoilery and things that are definitely spoilery. So I know that there's enough people that don't enjoy like trying to think about theories and think about ahead what's coming up on the show. And so I always like we save this part of the show at the end, and we put up little things like that spoiler warning over there. And our default thing is the actual ship itself going to Black Alert and making a spore jump. And now I even added this nifty little scroll thing down over here where we're talking theories and spoilers, and we're in Black Alert time. So if you're one of those types that don't enjoy talking about theories, although this time it's going to be mostly ridiculous theories about the Picard show, tune out during the regular time, and we always save this to the end, so you shouldn't miss anything else if we're doing better about it. We had a couple episodes back in the day where we'd always bail back out of Black Alert because we forgot something, but we can't really forget much if we don't have good show notes for today. Anywho, so my love, I did a Twitter poll. I'm gonna look up the Twitter poll, and why don't you regale us with stories of Patrick Stewart saying how he's coming back.
Patrick Stewart's coming back.
Well, but I mean, just like how they announced it and everything.
Well, they announced it at the... What do they call that con out in Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Star Trek LV, right? Star Trek Las Vegas?
Yeah.
I think that's what they call it. And it's a Star Trek con they have every year out there. And so there was a big, giant room. It wasn't a panel, but it's I guess where they do a lot of announcements and whatever. And so the guy announced, we have someone special to come out and do this next announcement. And so, he announces Patrick Stewart comes out, and the crowd seemed to kind of be like, oh, yay, we're here seeing Patrick Stewart, but that's cool. And then he goes on like a 5-minute talk about how much he loved playing Captain Picard. And what did you just do to my screen?
It's okay, don't worry.
And how, it had impacted people. And I mean, it was just a very heartfelt speech about it. And at the end he said, so I'm happy to announce that Captain Picard is returning. And the crowd went wild. As we all did. So after many years, what are we talking about? 30? No, 20. After 25?
Yeah.
Yeah. After the 25 years of not playing that character.
Oh, well, no, it was 20 with the movies. The movies.
Oh, that's right. Because after the end of...
You're thinking the end of the show.
End of the show. Movies are... Yeah. So...
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're going sideways, but bring it.
No, because I gotta go back and do... So, The Next Generation was my show. That was the show that I grew up on. I was 7 when it started and 14 when it ended. And so, formative years was watching The Next Generation.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Captain Picard, and I call it everyone has their captain. And he was mine because he was intellectual and almost regal. He had great leadership, and I really dug that. So Why did I start that sentence?
You were saying how you didn't like.
Oh yeah, so the movies were never. They just weren't the best to me. So I often forget.
Well, but why weren't they the best to you?
Why weren't they the best to me?
Yeah.
I don't think their stories were.
See, I had problems with them because not even just because of the stories, but mainly because many of the characters behaved in ways like he was happy-go-lucky Picard in the movies,
In
compared
some of them,
to
I mean,
what.
but that's the thing. Is like and some of them had great acting and some good stories, but they felt, or some great acting, but the stories felt kind of, like here's a scene I want to see. I want to see so and so do this, and I want to see so and so do this, and it was just like they just kind of stitched them together. Especially, Generations was wonky anyway because they wanted like both the crews in that one, and then the next one. What was after Generations?
Not the best of both worlds, but the movie version of that.
Yes, where they went back in time.
All the Borg.
And yeah, and so there was First Contact.
Oh man, they're gonna take away all my stuff.
I know all of it. And that one like had some really great acting in it.
Ooh,
And
it looks like Eleanor liked Insurrection, so don't badmouth that one.
Yeah, and so I dug them crashing the Enterprise.
Really?
That was the end of Generations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of did. I kind of did because I want to say like 12-year-old me had all the things, including the engineering manual to the Enterprise D.
Yeah, you did.
In which I had read how the saucer section could land on a planet.
That drawing where it went like this.
Yes,
and this
exactly.
And
that was like,
yeah,
it went
you
like
did.
I mean, and it was in my brain until older me was sitting in this movie theater and watching it, and I'm like, they're gonna land that saucer section on that planet, and I know it can do it. I know
Land.
Well, yeah. Well, no, in the book it was like that's the last thing this ship's gonna do.
Yeah.
Like this is an emergency only.
It's gonna save a lot of people.
But it's not going to completely disintegrate, nor is it going to just like crash on the ground and
just be a hulking
and just spill
ruin.
people everywhere.
Yes.
Like it could actually do this.
That thing crashed and landed and skidded to a stop and didn't burst into flames.
Yes.
So
because it was designed that way. So I definitely got a nerdgasm in the theater because I'm like, I don't know who I was sitting next to, probably my brother, and I was like, it's gonna land on the planet. I know it can do that.
Yeah.
It's designed to do that. So that was cool. So yeah, the movies. I didn't feel like they were completely up to their potential, is what I will say.
That would be true.
So anyway.
So
I felt like those weren't the best. That wasn't the best end for Picard. Like the stories they were telling weren't really about him, obviously, and they were very ancillary to the universe of Star Trek. It was very.
That was close.
It was just my thoughts going somewhere else, not my words turning into something else. They didn't really embody, I think, what the show embodied, and that was, I think, kind of biz thing. They were trying to make them blockbusters. Just gonna hit everything today. I think they were trying to make them blockbusters, and I think that because that was so against the grain of what that crew usually did, it was. Well,
that's a complaint that a lot of people have about Discovery, that it was so not Trek-like, and
yes, but times have changed. A lot of time has gone by, and so I think that the Discovery show reflects, and I talked about this last season too, that the shows that that television is a form of art, and art tends to reflect what society and what people are, the situations that we're in, and so I think that's one of the reasons that has changed. And B, Discovery is a completely different crew and ship and storyline, whereas the movies versus the show were the same, and that's
Yeah,
why
it
it
was
was
the
so
same
jarring
crew,
and
and it
disconnect
should have
because it
been-
was the same characters just not acting in the way that we had come to know and love.
I just say such things because I know that there's people that are hardcore Discovery haters
I
that
know, and it's a real shame because
luckily
I think
they
that
don't come around here.
we don't like those kind here. It's a
They're
shame
allowed to
because
have their opinion.
I feel no, I feel that it's a shame because the characters are just so compelling, and I felt the story was written really well, and so I think that it can fit into the Star Wars universe because I think that it
The where? Yeah. Before you're all like, I wasn't even close to saying that.
I'm not thinking, well, you put it in my head, and then
Oh.
it grew. The seed was planted.
All right. Pancakes for dinner tomorrow. Pancakes for dinner tomorrow.
Go for some pancakes right now. Pancakes for dinner after this. So anyway.
So weird. Jesus.
So anyway, I am incredibly excited for Patrick Stewart to revisit this. He is 25 years older than the end of the series. He was 57. He was 53 when Next Generation ended, and he is going to be 79 when the new show starts. But that man has aged. Wow. So I think that he can certainly.
Well, you're saying that because he looked 60 when the show premiered.
Yeah, it was really funny. Like when I got older and I started to like look past the show into the actors and whatnot, and I found out how old he was, I was like, oh wow, he just is permanently an older man.
Yeah.
Which is cool because he has managed to age. His 25 years have managed to go by, and he still looks like he's 60 years old. So I am fascinated to see what they're gonna do because I do not think that Sir Patrick Stewart would sign on for something that isn't going to be quality.
Yeah, and well, like they don't even know what it's going to be yet.
No,
So,
but I have
the-
a feeling that he has a lot of direction about what that character is
A
going
lot
to
of
do.
input.
A lot of
into the
input
thing, yeah.
into what that character, the direction the character is going to go in, and he talks highly of that character. Like he had given an interview, once. Where did I see?
Well, he's
these
an
words?
awesome character. I mean,
He is an awesome character, and good.
oh,
Lord.
she's scrolling.
I don't know what happened to the thing that I saw where he was talking. Basically, he said that it was after the show's run was done, so somewhere in the last 25 years, that at some point, somewhere around season, because he really thought highly of the character of Jean-Luc Picard, that somewhere around season 3, like the character and him started to blend. Like who he was and what he was upstanding and that had started to blend into Captain Picard, and he had started to adopt things from the character that he found as good character.
So you started speaking in a French accent?
No. There was some sort of weird transplant.
Well, I mean, for an extra couple 100 years of Brits going across and
True, that was
and
probably
back.
some sort of just like homogenization.
Yeah, but then again, with Brexit now, I mean, now it makes it seem less likely. So I think we're in a different timeline. Maybe we're in the Kelvin
we're also
timeline
supposed
now.
to be having some sort of World War III right now, so I'm pretty sure we're out of that timeline.
Aren't
yeah,
we?
no, we're in some other. I hope we are.
Anyway, so earlier I did a Twitter poll, and granted, there's a whole lot of different options for the new show, but I just threw a couple different ones out there, and
Picard the Vinter.
Vintner. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And there's another N in that word.
There is
I
another
found that
N
out
word.
today.
Yep.
I don't know why I capitalized that one, not ambassador or archaeologist.
Because wine is important.
That's going to be the tagline of our show.
Because wine is important.
And it's obvious that most people want Next Generation, the Golden Years. Just every week a new former cast member comes on and they tool around the galaxy in a in
No,
the captain's yacht that was almost never seen.
I voted for Picard the Ambassador
Ah,
because I felt like, while I would, I think, enjoy Picard the Archaeologist, because that was the thing I loved about Picard, is that he had these interests, and those interests lit him up. Like, he loved archaeology, and he would talk about it and want to share it with people.
He'd
And
geek out
like, he
over
was
it.
a geek. He was a
Yeah.
geek about archaeology, and I think that was another thing that us geeks watching him on the show was able to connect with. And I totally could see a show where, you know, he's roaming around and uncovering these things and you know, but like I think that would be interesting. But I really think that Picard the Ambassador will put him in contact with more characters, more conflicts, more, like, I think that is, and it's a story I'd like to see. Like, I'd like to see, like, what he did beyond the captain's chair. As wonderful a captain as he was, I would like to see, you know, him not being captain.
Yeah, I'd like to see more in depth into their diplomacy in the world, because he was known for trying to use diplomacy as a starship captain, in more like serious situations, like where violence could break out. And it's a lot different doing that kind of thing when you got a Galaxy class starship up there that's gonna jack some S up, as opposed to like two worlds that are totally at peace with each other, that they know they're not going to go to war, but you still have to get certain things done, and you need to make sure to benefit most out of the deal. And to me, that would be interesting to see how that goes.
I mean, some of it sounds a little dry, but I think also it will.
Yeah, that is one thing I'm worried
It
about.
will allow for moments of action that, you know, will be like in contrast to, I think, a more the Discovery and some of the other stuff. But I mean, it's still still got to grab audience, so I'm sure it'll have plenty of
see, that's the thing, it's got to grab
flying through
audience. So
space and-
but I would be happy if it had no shooting, no fire 'em ups, no, so we'll see.
Absolutely.
But maybe they'll keep Discovery for that, and Picard.
Fine wine, yeah. Eleanor knows about the wine.
Yeah, she does. I still want a 70s talk show. And I think that'd be great.
You're ridiculous.
All right, well, this short show ended up going for an hour.
Of course it did.
Did you have anything else you wanted to hit on before we get out of here? No. Are you sure?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna exit Black Alert.
We will.
I took those other two things down before because that was it was just getting out of hand. I was like, Anyway, all right, so I gotta hope that more information comes out in the next week about the upcoming shorts. Because since
How much more information do you need? They're
I
only 10 to
don't
15 minutes
know.
long, and they gave us synopses about them.
14 and a half minutes more information. I don't know.
Then you'll just need to watch it, I think.
But at the very least, I would like to know if our friends in other countries are going to get to see them or not. Because as of right now, Netflix isn't scheduled to be showing them. Yeah. All right, Eleanor, thank you very much for joining us. Everyone else who didn't say anything in the chat, because we know there's hundreds of you here, thank you for watching. We will be back next week with something going on. Maybe we'll have a little bit of book report from someone over there. It's next year sometime for the new season, right?
January.
It definitely January.
That's what it said, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, because it was supposed to be these 4 shorts are going to come out monthly up until the premiere of Discovery of season
Awesome.
2.
All right.
Yep.
I don't know why that was important. Oh, because now you got that much time.
Because that's my timeline.
Yeah.
And I would like to do all 3 books.
Did you read the second book?
I said I'm about halfway through it.
Oh, I didn't. I was running the show.
Keep picking it up and like reading it and then being
All right.
like, ooh, this new audiobook
I will
came out.
plow back into the Saru book.
Yes, and I will also try and read
Can't
that too.
even tell you what the title of that is. The Scraggly Pete.
Damn it! Sometimes when I know you're gonna pull something out of your butt, it's kind of like,
And then sometimes I pull something out of my butt, and it's the exact words that comes out of Superman's mouth in Justice League. What was it like to be dead? Itchy. that happens. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
She wasn't even listening. What are you typing over there? Are you typing me a secret message? Is there something going on? Are you saying bye to Eleanor?
Okay.
Okay.
Fear itself.
Fear itself.
That's it.
We don't have anything to fear, but
No, yeah. Yes, the first one was Desperate Hours, and that was the Michael Burnham Spock book, and then there was Drastic Measures, which is Prime Lorca from 15 years before. He's a lieutenant. He's younger. And then Fear Itself, which is Saru, and I have not looked even into the synopsis of that one yet, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, you don't need to because I've got everything. Because if it's got to do with my man Saru, I'm all over it. All right. Yeah, you do have to get these books. Eleanor.
They Desperate Hours was good, and it read like an episode. So it was problem on a planet, go to the planet, solve the problem, and it was really neat. And it was Enterprise and the Shenzhou. That's
a hell of a flow chart you got there.
Well, I mean, that was like
problem,
the
go to planet,
basics of
fix
every
problem.
like
Done.
Original series.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't read a ton of the other books, like original series or next gen books, but I read enough of them to know the feel of them, and the Saru book definitely has that feel of the.
Yeah.
So they did a good job.
Drastic Measures. It has a wider feel. It takes place with a little bit more time, and it has a lot more kind of backstory, and it jumps through time a little bit. So it feels bigger, a little more novel-ish, which is probably why I'm slogging through it instead of like I raced through Drastic Measures at Desperate Hours. It really was like a page turner.
Cool.
But yeah, but they're all by David Mack, right? Fear Itself.
Are they really all three?
Oh no! I'm sorry that they're not all by David. Yeah. David Mack wrote Desperate Hours. Some other guy wrote. It's behind them. They're showing.
Yeah, Drastic Measures is the first one, right?
No,
That's
Desperate Hours is the first one by David Mack. Drastic Measures is by Dayton Ward, and Fear Itself is by James Swallow.
No jokes. Be good. All right. We will see you guys back here next Tuesday. Hopefully Thursday night we're going to do theories and trailers on Thursday. Oh my. And Friday I'll have a Facepalm Friday for you because I did graphics and everything, so I got to use that. And Lord knows I can find stuff to facepalm about, but that's going to be a short little just video by itself. Won't be a whole live stream about it. Although we've proven that I love to talk, so anyway. All right. Well, thank you all. And for next week, remind me, get some outro music.
Okay.
Some nice little.
You don't want a little like ukulele outro music?
Oh yeah, all right. That's another project. Adding that to the Trello.
I have so many projects.
Hey, it's your own fault.
Fewer projects. I need not to be interested by so many things. That's what happens.
Yeah, good luck with that. All right, everyone. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week. Oh, yeah, you got to keep doing that for a little bit there because I'm totally not on the right page at all to stop this recording.